playing tonight a long time ago. And they're almost from a different world. As a young artist in the 70s, I was friends with Chris Burton, the artist who was famous for nailing himself to the hood of a Volkswagen, locking himself in a locker for 5 days, and having a friend shoot him in the arm. Now, Chris and I were often on art panels, and people would say, "Tell us, what is your work about? Why do you do it?" And Chris never talked about the reasons he shot himself. He talked this kind of weird, really technical gun lingo. Like what brand of pistol he liked best, what caliber bullet he liked to use. So, I wrote a song for him called "It's Not the Bullet That Kills You, Chris. It's the Hole." I use myself as a goal. Digging myself so much, digging me so much. I dug myself like into a hole. Now in a hole that's so dark you can't see a thing. Easy to decide your goal. It's not the bullet that kills, you know. It's the hole, it's the hole, it's the hole. If you get too better advantage of life, in a hole that's so dark you can't see a thing. Easy to decide your goals. It's not the bullet that kills, you know. It's the hole, it's the hole, it's the hole. Space, you disappear and there's nothing. Take your place, don't sweat, freeze, and let you make a series. I am ready in my days. The job market shifts with artificial intelligence taking on more and more roles. Humans are becoming more like overseers, the evaluators, the experts. And while it's vague what experts actually do, the important thing about the job is that experts are the best ones to be doing it. So there are all sorts of levels of experts, thought leaders, the evaluators, the influencers, the coaches, consultants, and of course, on top of them all, the And any problems that come up, you can count on them to deal with it because Only an expert can see there's a problem, and only an expert can deal with the problem. Now, only an expert can deal with the problem. Half the problem is seeing the problem. Only an expert can deal with the problem. Only an expert can deal with the problem. So if there's no expert dealing with the problem, then really it's actually twice the problem. Because only an expert can deal with the problem. Only an expert can deal with the problem. Solutions to problems. There are so many companies that offer solutions. Companies with names like the pet solution, the hair solution, the debt solution, the world solution, the sushi solution. Companies with experts ready to solve these problems. Because only an expert can see there's a problem. Only an expert can deal with the problem. Only an expert can deal with the problem. You want to go on the show, so you need a problem, so you invent a problem. But if you're not an expert in problems, you're probably in a very puzzled problem. You're probably going to get nailed. You're going to get exposed. And you're going to have to bow down and apologize and beg for the public's forgiveness. This is a question for the regular viewer. The person who's barely getting by. The person who's watching the show is about people with problems. The person who is part of the 60% of the US population, 1.3 weeks away, 1.3 paychecks away from a shelter. In other words, a person with problems. So when experts say, let's get to the root of the problem. Let's take control of the problem. So if you take control of the problem, you can solve the problem. The problem doesn't work at all because the situation is completely out of control. Snow and huge waves are wiping out cities, and hurricanes are everywhere, and everyone knows it's a problem. But if the experts say it's no problem, and other experts claim it's no problem, and explain why it's no problem, then it's simply not a problem. There's no expert to deal with the problem. Experts say it's not a problem. Everyone agrees they're experts and good at solving problems. Then invading that country is not a problem. And if a country tortures people, owns citizens without cause or triumph, sets up military tribunals, this is also not a problem. Unless there's an expert who says this is the beginning of a problem. To wake us up, to put between the endless nights what are lights for, to fall through time into another world. Is that always time for? Is that all there's time for? This is the time, and this is the record of the time. One of my favorite songs is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder where you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Then recently, I learned the second verse, which goes sort of full apocalyptic. It goes, when the blazing sun is gone, when there's nothing to shine upon, twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Speaking of stars, you know the reason I really love the stars is that we cannot hurt them. We can't burn them, or flood them, or make them overflow. We can't blow them up, or turn them out. are reaching for them. We are reaching for them. So, that's all there's time for. I want to thank the fantastic band Sex Bomb for playing tonight. And I want to thank all of you